Hey everybody, it's time to head to the beach. We're gonna make a really cool mermaid pop for our Mythical Beings series of pop-ups. And this is inspired by some books I did a while back called Encyclopedia Prehistorica. There were 3 different books, one about gods and heroes, one about monsters and dragons, and the last one was about fairies and magical creatures that had a pop-up with mermaids. Whoa! So I thought we could make a mermaid pop. I thought that would be really, really fun. And so let's get started. What do we do usually when we make these pops? Well, I've got a template that I've already created that you can print out onto your very own cardstock that you have, any color you like. And there are templates, there's a link down below, and you click on that, download it on your computer, print it out, and there are a couple different pages that you'll be able to print out onto cardstock. We're gonna use a big old paper clip and a ruler, and we're gonna sort of press that edge of the paperclip into the paper using the ruler to keep the straight line along all those dotted black lines. You all have done this so many times. You know the score for scoring. Ha ha. Some joke, huh? Yeah. Well, we know the score about scoring, right? All righty. Well, let's get on to the next step, which is cutting out all the pop-up pieces. And how do we follow, Matthew, how do we follow where to cut on these pop-up templates? Well, what you do is you follow along all the black solid lines. Pretty easy. Now, you're going to see some other lines here that are gray. Those are just either used for glue guides or some of the artwork that's on the back, on the pop-ups. So you're going to follow the solid black lines. You're going to get a nice old pair of scissors, and you're going to follow along all these pieces. And you take your time. Sometimes if it's easier if you sort of cut one piece out very roughly and then cut out all the little details. That makes it easier to manipulate the paper. You're going to see on this piece here, there's a line that we need to cut out. So if we fold it right here, we can actually cut across and get that without poking in. See how we did that? It's just fold and we cut right across. And there we go. We got that line that's on the inside of that piece. Look at that little slit. Pretty clever, huh? All right, let's cut out the rest of these pieces. Get those scissors, start cutting. We'll get to building this really cool mermaid pop. Now this pop-up actually uses a couple different things. It uses a rotator, which is built off of a V-fold. There are also, let's see, other V-folds to make the rest of the body for our mermaid. And there might even be a layer in here as well. So some of the basics of pop-up making. And if you want to learn more about, all these different mechanisms separately, if you want to learn how to make them, by hand without a template, you can check out some of my pop-up masterclasses, because I do not like to use templates on those pop-up masterclasses. I want you to learn the technique, right? So you can check out, there's a whole bunch of different pop-up masterclasses. There should be one about rotators, and also one about V-folds, and also one about, there's a couple about layers too. So check those out if you want to learn more about making your own pop-ups. But if you want to use the template, let's get to making this mermaid. Did you guys ever see that movie Splash? I love that movie. And that was all about a mermaid with Daryl Hannah and Tom Hanks. That was so funny and so long ago. There have been so many cool mermaid movies since. The mermaids in Harry Potter, they are not quite as pretty as Daryl Hannah was in that movie. But anyways, mermaids can look all kinds of different ways, and mermen, of course, we didn't make a merman for this pop-up, but I suppose if you want to draw over the mermaid, and you can do whatever you like. And remember, when you're finished with this pop-up, you can decorate it any way you like with markers or crayons or colored pencils. It's all up to you. Metallic markers, you can do whatever you want. So once you've cut out all these pieces, the next step is we are going to pre-fold all of the scored lines. So let's take this base page piece and we're going to fold it right in half, just along that dotted line. And it's really easy because we scored them already, right? So let's score this piece, So let's fold this piece here, and let's fold this piece here, and let's fold this just going that way. So all 3 of those folds just on that tail piece. Now let's get to this. This is the this arm piece here, and we're going to fold it down the center. And then we're going to fold these 2 tabs going this way, just like that. And now we're going to fold this piece. Now look, this one's going to be kind of weird. So this tab folds under like that. So does this one. Now this piece here, we're going to fold down the center. And we're going to pull in that V fold. See, just like that. Super easy, because we've already scored that line, so it's super easy to fold. All right, that's a V fold. And that V fold's going inwards rather than outwards. The layer is going out and the V fold's going in. All right, and we're going to attach that rotator on that tail. First, we're going to glue this really weird piece with the V fold that goes inward, right? We're going to glue it onto the base page, and both of those tabs are folded under. And you're going to see on the base page, you're going to see marks, gray marks, that are exactly the same shape as those tabs. So we're going to put some glue, and you can just use regular old craft glue. There's different colors of glue if you want. You can use a glue stick, but I don't find that works as well. So you're gonna just put glue in those little gray areas, and then fold under those tabs and glue them right into place, just like this. And you're gonna make sure that piece goes flat. Now, when you've glued that down, that layer is going to come outwards, and you're going to push in. You're going to make sure that V goes inward, because that's going to be something that we're going to use later on. So the layer goes out, the V goes in. All right, now let's glue this arm piece here. This is a V fold. We're going to glue it into place. The tab is actually glued underneath with this arm here. The tab goes under, and you're going to line it up so that the center of this V fold piece lines up along that fold that's glued to the base page, just like that. And there's two gray areas to glue down those tabs, and those tabs are glued under. So we're going to put some glue in the little gray area here, and we're going to glue this V fold down and make sure it's flat when you assemble it. Next, we're going to glue our mermaid's upper body and her left arm. This piece here is going to glue on top, just on this piece right here. And you're going to see this little bump, see that little bump that goes under? So that's kind of the catch piece that shows you where it should stop. All right, so we're going to put some glue on that V fold piece in that area right there. And then we're just going to lay our arm and upper body piece and head piece right on top, just like that. So hey, she's waving to us. Hi, mermaid. Hey. All right, now we're going to glue part of this, so this tail piece, we're going to glue a section down back onto itself, okay? So this section here, this F piece, that's going to glue back onto itself. So we put some glue on the back of that area right there, fold it over and glue it onto itself. But you're going to leave these two areas here, these two folded areas, they're going to remain upward, okay? So and they are not going to be glued down, okay? So it's glued just like that. So let's turn over this tail piece. Now you see this little gray triangle here where it says Blue G here? We're just going to put glue in that little gray triangle, and then we're going to slip it in place right there, just in place. And you're going to make sure that little area does not go over and fold over our little fold in the center. We're going to just glue within that little triangle. See, we're just going to slide that little rectangle in right there. Look at that. See, we peeled up the tail. We can look at it. We're going to glue it down. Make sure it's only glued on the right side triangle. All right, so it's glued in. See how that goes? See how that looks? And it should be able to rotate. Let's see if our tail is able to, after it's glued, this is what happens. Look, it should be able to roll. Look at that. Our tail rotates outward. It folds into our pop, and it rolls out. Look at that. That's so cool. So that's a rotator. We've got some V-folds. We've got some layers. We got all this stuff working for our beautiful mermaid who's saying, hello, how are you? Hello, come in the water. Oh, of course. No problems here. No sharks, nothing. Come on in. All right, then we decorate it. Ooh, look at this. It's really beautiful. I love her hair color. Oh my gosh. So there is our pop-up mermaid. She's beautiful. You can decorate her any way you like. You can write a story about her. You can do whatever you want. Now, all these pop-ups that we make, there's going to be 6 mythological beings pops. We're going to assemble them into a cool pop-up cube. So each side will be a different mythological, I can't even say it, mythological being. This is Matthew Reinhart saying, I'll see you next time. Be sure to hit like and subscribe down below. And if you want to see more, and you've got some ideas, let me know down in the comments, because I've got all kinds of things I'd love to make happen for you. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.